Good morning, good morning, good morning. What is up, everybody? How are you doing today? David, what's going on, buddy? How's it going? You're the only one in the chat hanging with me. I have an Usher jam going on in my background, part of my dance moves. Oh, what's what's been going on, David? How you been doing? It is Tuesday. Man, Monday was rough yesterday. I swear. I got so much going on at work and I feel like I can't catch up and everything's going wrong right now. Uh, Hopefully you can hear me. I my headphones don't work anymore, so that's one problem that's been happening. Hoping my phone mic picks everything up okay, but I'm also not trying to be too loud because I do have, which technically this is like a commercial mixed use, so there's people actually living somewhere connected to this building. Life is good, pardon the brand, but it still works. All right, good. Yeah, so I came to work yesterday, Monday, to a, let's call it a semi-flooded garage on my project that we're in the finish stages of. So it's never a good thing when you're basically in the final 30 days and you see water streaming out your garage. Thankfully, it was just in the garage. Thankfully, it's slab on grade with no living space underneath it. So it was pretty easy to dry it out and move on. But I did have to open up the drywall, fix the issue, all that stuff. Good morning, Anne. Look at Anne. Like you were up, you had to have been up late last night, and you're still here with all that Topps Chrome excitement and energy. Sorry for the late PSA, but I swear I had already told you this story. Um, I minted 8 boxes of the CNC. So 8 of those free boxes came to my house, and I had the brilliant idea that I would open them with my kids, with my girls, and they would do box battles. And we did it on Jeremy's stream back before all the streaming was happening. Jeremy was the OG. So we did it on his stream, and like I said, I never ripped my first pack for. I mean, I think Anne probably ripped her first pack before I did, and I was one of the people that got the first boxes. So yeah, I'm sorry that warning came out a little too late, but I'll be the one to say it. Don't rip Topps Chrome packs with your kids if you want to enjoy ripping them yourself. So there you have it. It's been said. But good morning. I digress. We talk about daily dad stuff. I was just going over my day yesterday. It was rough. That was just the start of it. Everything else from there just went downhill. I was supposed to have an inspection from 9 to 12. I waited there from 8 to 12. He never showed up. He eventually called me around 1:40 and was, we were able to do the inspection over the phone. I passed all my inspections, so that was the good news. One thing that I was waiting on being delivered, which was not Topps Chrome, was light bulbs for this job. I guess I had it sent to my house instead of my business, and so then I had to drive home last night. So that was not fun. I didn't like that. And then I had to drive back out this morning just to get a box full of light bulbs. Yeah, exactly. Is it Wednesday yet? No, it's not Wednesday. It's Tuesday, but you could just go to sleep and just it'll be Wednesday. I got home. I checked in with my daughter, with Bailey. She was in bed and she told me that she had took a nap. She had fallen asleep, taken a nap, woke up, tracked me, saw that I was almost home, and for some reason thought to herself, why is dad coming home on a Tuesday morning? Like she had thought she had fallen asleep through the night. So that was pretty funny. But yeah, the bonus of it all, a hectic Monday ended in getting to see my kids, wife and kids, which I don't normally get to do on Mondays. so I pulled into the garage, and wife and the two younger kids were all tapping at the door, excited to see me, greeted with hugs, all that business. And then we got to go inside and hang out. Uh, Look at Brooklyn's artwork for the week that's due today, which she's just so good at that stuff. And then got to listen to Bentley read off sight words while playing with kinetic sand. So yeah, it was a good evening, capping off a really rough day. Uh, Pre today's really rough day because Wednesday, I'm like many of you, I'm essentially taking off half the day or more to go to GameStops, which is, hi Ryan, good morning.
Yeah.
I don't know where I was gonna go with that. That right there. What's up, buddy?
So
Were you waiting
sorry.
for me?
No, my volume was down, and then I was like, "Oh, I didn't know if you heard me," and then I
I
wasn't
did
sure.
it. My volume was down too. I just turned it up a little bit. But yeah, I'll be taking half day Wednesday to go to GameStops, which I'm still unsure about because I'm hearing reports that it's gonna be yeah. Where's the wake up bitches? Um,
Well, what's up, Ambag?
I know, right?
I
Anne's in the
know.
chat. Anne can't sleep this week. Anne's not gonna sleep. I think she's putting a little Red Bull in her coffee now. But yeah,
And how many hours of sleep are you getting right now? How many hours of sleep? I'm honestly like I don't want to make it serious. I'm a little concerned with the community right now. I'm a little concerned that no one's able to sleep. There's so many things going on at the moment. I mean, one thing in particular, but it's just and then there's going to be Wednesday. There's tomorrow. That's what you're
yeah.
talking about, right? So
Look, Scuba Steve makes it look easy, but it's not easy. So we should not be on that Scuba Steve uh, sleep schedule for very long.
wait, hold on. I want to the King Dad. Can I just tell a story quickly?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah,
not a
of
long
course.
story. So a long time ago, I had jokingly told my kids that when we were setting up Alexa, they were like, "Okay, everyone say your names." You know how Alexa, like, they get your name, whatever. Well, I said my name was King Dad, and so I had told my kids, I was like, "You were going to refer to me as King Dad from now on." And so, in like moments of like fun moments, I'll be like, King Dad, you're King Dad. I'm like, oh my God, it sounds so embarrassing. But then also now, whenever I say like, hey, Alexa, I'm saying it low so it doesn't like catch my voice. I say, yo, Alexa. It goes, yes, King Dad, good morning. I'm like, this feels good.
I I want to say that Dylan's referencing that story, right? Because I think I've heard you say that before, and I know
Oh, did I really? Okay.
Dylan's a stage 10 league lurker, and it goes
Yeah.
out of 5 stages, so he's like professional.
Uh-huh.
Um, but yeah, how was your day?
Good. I'm gonna hop on here and then I'm gonna hop off a little bit early because I have to get ready for a client at 9. My day yesterday was, I'm gonna give it a moment. Yesterday I was feeling physically pretty good. I felt efficient because I've been doing really good with my setting my note cards up, my daily note cards. It's my way of keeping on track. And so it was good. I have a focus right now with because when you're like a contractor, like I have my business, then I'm like contracted with like 2 different, like a gym and then like a clinic. And so I'm getting down like the because I basically have to set up the when I get paid. So I'm like I'm trying to set that up because it's hard when you don't know like when or where it's coming from. And so I was like, no, we need a little more structure right now. So I got that done. Now I'm taking insurance. Insurance is like ridiculous to work with. So anyway, thanks for asking. Dom, you were working through stuff yesterday. You did really good. How
Bro,
are you coming through?
you just reminded me that I need to remember to get paid. I need to be calling people and send out invoices. This is normally the week that I do that, the first week of the month, and I freaking Chrome.
Morning, MP.
I completely forgot about that. It just hit me like a wave. Yeah. Right?
And that's how I feel sometimes too. Maybe that's just the way I know our brains work very similarly. You want to keep giving and creating. At some point, you're like, wait a second.
I had to get paid. Yeah, exactly.
It's
Did you see
horrible.
this? The gnome sketch? That was a pretty
I
dope
did.
sketch.
I did. Incredible. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm not driven to go buy that at all. I'm not. And
Yeah.
it's like I like the gnome. I also don't want to like overplay. I don't want to play it up too much. Um, but I do. It's my character. I feel really good. But I don't feel drawn to go get that card in particular. The one thing that I have engaged with is the DJ Kaufman and Corso signed comic number 2 cover that on the back he drew the gnome. So I've been engaged in that conversation because that means something to me. That's
Oh
like
yeah.
that to me is like a collector's item. Uh,
Yeah, that one
and
was really
so
cool. And I when they were drawing it, they were referencing you a lot.
oh damn. Well, I wasn't watching it. I'm
Yeah,
not really into you.
they were both like, "Oh, Ryan's gonna want this. People tag Ryan right now. Have him
Oh
come see
goodness.
it." And it was a really good it was a really good drawing. Like he put it right there in the middle, like super small, but it's like the completely blank white cover and then just the gnome sitting there. Yeah, that was dope.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah.
was dope. He does good
So I'm
work.
gonna I'm gonna see if I can wrestle it away. But I thought I gave a really fair price, which is probably more than anyone in my life and my family would want me to be paying for it. But it's okay. It's okay. That's you know what? I'd like to have the one thing to collect because if I didn't have the one thing, then I would collect everything, and then it would just be
And
chaos. So I can't have that.
you'd be the only person that would ever have that comic book and display it backside, facing out.
100%.
Like everybody else who would have won that giveaway would turn it the other way and would be looking at the front that he drew because the front's very elaborate. Like it's the I think it was
Hmm.
the fairy and the bad intentions, and you'd be like, no, I want the back.
Yeah, yeah. No, it definitely. Definitely excited about it. I always appreciate the tags and stuff like that. There's only so much money that can go around when all these things start popping up, though. So always got to be careful with it. We got Craig over there. We got Brofit, David.
Yeah. Good
David,
morning, everybody.
David? When we end up talking about V Friends, how tapped in or engaged are you with that? Is it like a nothing? Are you curious about it? I'm always wondering where that is. But Craig, I was just thinking about Craig the other day because I feel like I haven't been able to engage with Craig, but there was a lot going on, I think, with Craig. Craig, you were sick at one point, right? But so glad to see you here. Okay.
All right, let's sweep the sheds. We have a reading. We have a reading today, just about cleaning. How'd you feel?
Gotta be honest. Sloan fell off. So we have like a gymnastics bar here, and Sloan fell off. She did this move. She's like, look at this move I can do. It's like, all right, I don't know what you're doing. She did this move on this like gymnastics bar that we have that's like it's there. It's just not anchored. So she like jumps up and like does this like jarring thing, and then she like lands on her head. I was
Ouch.
like, what? And it was like from a dad standpoint, I was like, it hits head, neck bends. She doesn't know, like she doesn't know what's going on. I'm like, oh my God. Now I'm so glad that I've been like secretly pumping my girls full of creatine in their smoothies in the morning because like now we have like concussion protocol taken care of. But like it was scary as a parent. Like I'm usually I was very like I knew how to handle the situation. It was scary. The first time that my daughter got hurt, that I was like scared. First time
Mm.
ever. Anyway, I say that not to derail us, just because I didn't read. That's why I'm
Oh,
saying it. So
yeah. This reading is about New Zealand rugby franchise. It's supposed to be like the all-time greatest. I don't do sports. I go to
all
Chels
blacks, baby, all blacks.
for all my sports needs. So now you guys know. But yeah, the secret they're saying to the team. One of the secrets, there are probably many, is that they clean up after themselves. They clean their locker room, they clean their lockers, they make sure everything's tidy, and it's just one of those things of how you do any. Here's the line at the end, which I know you like the end. How you do anything, how we do anything is how we do everything. Right. So teaching your kids, and I mean, this one's so far off for me. Like we try so hard, and I think you guys heard me last week saying like it's like a pain point with me of like the kids cleaning up these like little things, and then finally I'll just like go, and I think now I'm on a path where I just kind of clean them. But I know part of me is like rethinking strategy, because it's like if I'm just there picking it up for them, uh they're just always going to think that someone cleans up after themselves. Someone cleans up for them, like the dishes just magically get done and back in the cupboard. You know so I don't know what the answer is. This one's a hard one for me because it's never really clicked in my family and with my kids.
Hmm.
Not yet. I mean, the kids do clean their room every now and then, and it looks great, and they're very proud of it and all that stuff. But it's just not as common as I'd like it to be, I guess.
Is this one of the times where you have to be like that much more patient though? I mean, even, David, I think you can definitely tap into this too. And, Craig, you definitely could, having older kids. But I feel like these are the moments where it's like, we want the kids to like get it once we show them once or twice, but like these things like build up over time. They don't get like why you're doing it. I also love the last sentence here that Ryan Holiday just completely just like puts people on blast. He goes, leaving a mess isn't just a mess. It shows that you're a mess. It's like, whoa, Ryan Holiday, chill out. I do have
Hey,
an issue. I do have an
I was
issue
gonna.
with the idea. Oh, go ahead. Are we lagging?
That was funny. I was gonna say you should take that. We should take that quote and text it to your brother and have him print it on shirts.
We need to. Um,
Sorry.
No, it's all good. I love it. The only thing I was gonna say is the idea that how we do anything is how we do everything. I get it. It just I sometimes I don't love the idea that, everything is so absolute that way because yeah, I just don't think that those absolute statements are really appropriate because like our kids might not be clean in one situation or, you know, I wouldn't want them to think it's like I would never tell my kids like, my God, you're a mess. Like for us, it's like the situation is a mess. Like you're being a mess right now. But we can change that, right? So I think all that is going to be really important. All right. I need to jump or else I'm gonna inappropriately show up for my client. So I'm gonna go. But I love you so much. I'm so glad that you had some time with your kids yesterday. Um, We'll chat
Yeah, no
soon.
problem,
All
man.
right.
Have a good day.
Couch, I love you so much. Take care.
See you, buddy. Jason, happy anniversary, bud. I'm assuming that's what that is, but 14 years, that's amazing. Good job. Congrats. What are you guys up to? Hope it's something fun. We're all a mess. We're all a mess here. I like this, David. If you own your mess, it becomes authentic. That one had me thinking. David gets me thinking. It's almost too early to be thinking, David, but you get me thinking. I feel like David might be the sleeper, unappreciated human in this chat here. He's always here. He's always dropping good knowledge. Sometimes it's a little confusing because he does the speak to spell and Siri doesn't catch every word. But yeah, I always appreciate you. And then I saw some other people come in. MP, good morning. Bees, what's up? I think Karen Camel might even be back there. What's going on, buddy? Um, Hope everyone's having a good day, and try. Let's all try to figure this out. Let's all try to figure out this mess that how. Yeah, this is a struggle for me because three kids. It's a big house. I'm not always there. I came home last night, which is impromptu. The house was a mess. My little buddy is really loving this kinetic sand stuff. It's funny, like we got a bunch of it a long time ago, and he kind of like half played with it, right? Like he didn't really care about it and it just sat up there for the longest time. And I don't know how you guys do stuff like this, but when they get new things, I leave it downstairs or like in the, in the family room. And as they stop to play with it, I kind of just like put it in a place where it's still visible and then like kind of just test and time how long it goes without them playing with it. And then after like so long where I'm like that thing hasn't moved in like a week or 2 weeks, then I'll find another home for it, like hidden in a cabinet or up in their room or the playroom. I would never take kinetic stand upstairs because it's all carpet upstairs, so that feels like that would just be a nightmare. So stuff like that and the Play-Doh and that stuff that all stays in the downstairs of our home, where we have like the indestructible laminate floors. But yes, he he's had this stuff for months, maybe even a year, and now it's like his favorite thing. And somehow it's transferred onto the kitchen, like the island, versus our little table, like where we do our arts and crafts. And I think that was because my wife had a puzzle there for about a week and a half. So I think he got pushed to the island. I'm not really liking it on the island. So that mess is becoming a pain point for me. So yeah, I went home, cleaned that after having cleaned it many times over the weekend. Um, yeah, it's tough. What does this say? I'm working on switching from organizational outside to accountability to helping keep of track and accomplishments. I'm not sure I understand that, Dylan. I'm sorry, bud. Anyone else have an idea of what Dylan's talking about here? He might also be doing talk to text while driving. Um, is that a work thing or a house thing? Keeping track and accomplishments. Yeah, I think what Craig was saying about incentivize them, but not with money. Yeah, we've gone through the money route many times in our home, and it never works. I did read a book on it, not on kid money. It was more. I can't remember what the book was. It was a financial book, and it said something about like the history of money and all that stuff, and how incentivizing kids with money is not. See, David speaks Siri talk to text, so he must understand it better than I do. Um, Speaking of which, Dylan, should I do proactive, name redeem you, or accountable workout today? Oh, so just don't even ask me. I'm the dude on screen. This is my show. I'm just gonna skip right over me and talk to Dylan. I get it, buddy. I haven't been in your show in like over a week. You should just ignore me and slight me like that. That's all cool. We're bros. I'm just playing, dude. Love you. Shit. Um. All right, everybody. I am kind of stumbling around here. I need to get out of here. I don't have anything. I don't have any meetings, but I do have a busy day. My screens are all frozen behind me. That's cool. I'm back. I'm back. All right. Anyways, everybody, have a great day. Love you. Don't open Topps Chromes with your kids. I'm just kidding. Do it. Uh, and I will see you tomorrow, which is Topps Chrome Day, which is go to your local GameStops day. I have my GameStop list, about 5 or 6 of them to go to. We'll see how it goes. Everybody get those Topps Chrome, and let's have a good one. Try to stay off the streams today. Just kidding. It's not possible. What's up, bro? Hi. How you doing? Um I'm saying bye and he just writes Dom question mark. Hearts filled with gratitude. I did not do gratitude today, and mugs filled with coffee or Celsius. Way too many, and like fuck, like way too many. Accountability for sure, Brofit. Do accountability. I bought a lot of the little spots on Fanatics. I bought into a pack with Chels on Tom's stream. It was an accidental swipe. Um, So I got one pack from Chels. I think she pulled me something decent. I don't remember, but it's all good. It was for the culture. Um, and then I think I'm just gonna hunt Best Buy blaster boxes, and if I can get what I'm looking for, a good couple of them, I'm starting to like have to lower my number. I was originally trying to shoot for 8, so it'd be like a box for me and the 3 kids, like 2 boxes each. But yeah, I might just shoot for whatever I can get. So yeah, that's that, and then we'll see. If not, I'll ping Soggy and Ross and try to pull some of their stock out of them at a decent cost. But yeah, it's gonna be a crazy 20. That's right, I did get a sketch to screen. Oh, you are correct. There's a dino, which is cool. I like that one. I like those cards. Those are dope. But yeah, thank you everybody. Have a great day, and we'll see you in the streams. See you in the timeline and bag community night tonight. Brofit's doing a what sounds like a difficult workout, accountability. That does not sound like that's an easy one. So if you want to cry and sweat and listen to Brofit talk, head over there. And then there is, I think I counted 473 streams tonight, all Whiskey Jack. So yeah, we'll see you around, guys. Love y'all. Have a great day. And here's the music. Let's go. I don't know if it's playing or not. Oh, turn the volume up. There we go.